What is going on, guys, and welcome back to Knicks Picks. We are on week 11 of the 2020 NFL season, and once again, for the 11th week in a row, I am joined by my friend Ben. Ben, how you doing?
I just want to say I'm so happy that Kyler Murray and the Cardinals decided to take a knee so I can get 5 points. I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy today, honestly.
So for the first time in 10 weeks, one of us finally got a score prediction right, and it was on the weirdest fucking play possible. So Ben had a 32-30 score for the Arizona and Buffalo game last week, with Arizona winning.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray hikes the ball down 30-26 on the Buffalo Bills, throws over a 50-yard a Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins, who's triple covered by Bills defenders, making the Hail Mary catch with 1 second left in the game. An extra point does not give Ben 5 points. An extra point would have just given Ben the 1 point for the win. But no, Arizona decides to give Ben a blessing and knees the ball instead of kicking the extra point. And the Arizona Cardinals go on to beat the Buffalo Bills 32-30, and Ben gets 5 points. And that helped a lot because the current score went from 90 to, what were you? What did you have last week? 90 to 82. An 8-point victory. This game went from being an 8-point lead to we are tied at 96 all for the Ghost Pepper Challenge. I'll admit I did throw a lot of upsets in last week, but I actually got quite a few of my upsets right. Here we are, week 11. We start with the Thursday night game. Probably the best game of the week, to be completely honest. The Arizona Cardinals coming back after that Hail Mary victory against Buffalo to play the Seattle Seahawks in a very, very crucial NFC West matchup. One in which I think it's a 3-way tie currently for the West between the Cardinals, Seahawks, and Rams. So the winner of this game will be waiting for the Bucks to play the Rams to find out if they'll be the sole possession of the NFC West. But I'm going to go with Seattle. Arizona did win this game last time, and I feel like these are two teams that'll split. I know Seattle hasn't played well the last couple games, and Arizona has been on the uptrend, but I just feel like this is a series that these two should split. So I'm going to go with the Seahawks on this one, 35-32. I'm going to go with the Cardinals scoring 32. 35-32 over the Arizona Cardinals.
Well, first off, Arizona is slowly becoming my second favorite team just because of Sunday. But I still, maybe I'm riding too high in the bandwagon. Maybe I'm just trying to keep the train moving. But I have Arizona winning this one in a very close game because I think this is the first time on Thursday Night Football, at least heading into it, it looks like it's going to be a good game. So I got Arizona winning this one 34-30. And the main reason why is because for whatever reason, Wilson does really well against the Niners, like for his career, and then for whatever reason, he doesn't do well, or at least as well, against the Rams and the Cardinals. Like, he's tied. I think it's like 16-1 that he is against Arizona. Like, it's not great. And also, in the division, Arizona's 2-0, and Seattle's 1-2, and they just lost against the Rams, who are pretty solid, but it's just, I don't know. And, I mean, I still got Wilson as my MVP, but he's asked to do a lot, and that Seattle defense, I mean, it's giving up a lot of yards passing, and I just think that Arizona as a whole is able to just outmatch Seattle's talent in this one.
All right, the Cleveland Browns kicking off the Sunday games against the Philadelphia Eagles, who lost last week to my New York Giants, who have a legitimate shot at that NFC least. But looking at the Cleveland Browns, they are a better team than Philly. I talk shit about Cleveland a lot, but, I mean, I would love to see Philly lose this game, and I'd love to see the Giants come back and win the East. I don't really care at this point. But I'm going with the Cleveland Browns to win this one 27-13 over the Philadelphia Eagles, just because they are the better team, and Philly just, dude, I really don't even know. Their offense is horrible. Absolutely awful. And their defense made the Giants, like, honestly, watching the game between the Giants and the Eagles, I'm watching it as a Giants fan thinking, this is what fans with team with an actual offense feel like when their team is moving the ball. This is what it looks like when your team moves the ball on offense. Interesting. Anyways, I do have the Cleveland Browns winning this one 27-13.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel confident in either of these teams. Obviously, last week I finally jumped off the Mayfield bandwagon, and I'm still off the Mayfield bandwagon, but I also think there's so many problems in Philly. You could look at Doug Peterson when it comes to coaching. You could look at the team as a whole. I still look at the quarterback in Carson Wentz, and I still have no confidence in him. I have surprisingly slightly more confidence in Mayfield, but I mean, not by much, honestly. I got Cleveland win this one 24-21 over Philly, just because I just think there's more things wrong with Philly, but I also don't think Cleveland's that much better than them. That's why I have the game being that close.
All right, Ben. I'm not gonna be too nice here. Falcons aren't winning this game, and there's a long list of reasons why. But I guess the number one reason that the Falcons could win this game is Drew Brees is pretty banged up. I don't know if he's playing. I don't know what the situation there is. Not the greatest. Is he out? He's definitely out?
He's out. He's definitely out.
All right, well, the Saints are still beating the Falcons 31-17 because the Falcons are garbage. That's all I have to say to you, man. The Falcons are garbage. Your turn.
Want to know how garbage Atlanta is? So last season, they started 1-7. They finished 7-9 because they decided to win halfway through the season. And it's the same thing this year. So just because I'm picking Atlanta doesn't mean I think they're better than New Orleans. There's a few reasons why. One, Drew Brees is out. He's out probably for at least a month because he just got absolutely fucked. Like, honestly, like, I do hope he does get better, obviously. You know, I'm not wishing anything negative on Drew Brees. But you do realize the starting quarterback for New Orleans is Jameis Winston, right?
You do realize the starting defense for Atlanta is a bunch of toddlers, right?
Fair point. But the last time Jameis Winston played Atlanta, he brought a new meaning to 30 for 30 and threw his 30th pick being a pick six with Deion Jones. So that is why I have Atlanta winning this one 28-26. I almost was going to say 28-3 because of the memes. But I do have Atlanta because for some reason they fail at tanking so bad that they decide to win against competitive teams. And it really makes me mad that we will not get a top 10 pick because of that reason.
All right, Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Washington football team, and boy, if this doesn't say this is the most interesting game of the week, doesn't it? No.
This is the ultimate tank bowl.
This is the ultimate, like, the only reason I'm watching this game is to see if Burrow can beat Herbert for Rookie of the Year. But I am picking the Bengals to win this one because they are better than the Washington football team. I mean, at this point, I think the Jets are the only team worse than Washington, and maybe even Dallas, but... yeah, I am going with the Bengals to win this one 24-14 over the Washington football team just because I like Burrow. I'd like to see him succeed. I don't understand how A.J. Green is still a member of the Bengals, but he is. So as long as he's got at least some things going for him on offense. I mean, he's got Mixon. He's got Green. He's having a very good season so far passing-wise, like statistic-wise, so... Hopefully things start to look up for him in Cincinnati, but for now he can just stick to beating up on teams like Washington and the Jets, and maybe eventually he'll move up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really going to say much on here. Both these teams are absolute trash, and the only reason why I have them scoring points is because both their defenses are trash. I got Cincinnati winning this one 27-24. I don't have anything else to say other than that Burrow is probably going to be the only reason why... Burrow's really the only reason why I'm picking Cincinnati. If Burrow wasn't on the Bengals, I honestly would be close to just picking this as a tie at 0-0.
All right, the Carolina Panthers going up against the Detroit Lions. Another game where it's like, the fuck cares who wins this one? Sorry, Detroit and Carolina fans, but especially sorry Detroit fans because I'm going to pick Carolina here. I know Detroit has a better record, and they've probably been playing a little bit better recently. But they almost blew it last week to the Washington Redskins. Carolina plays fairly well against top teams. Last week, I think they played the Bucks, and they also played Kansas City a couple weeks before that, and they played well against both of them. So there's no reason in my mind Carolina shouldn't beat Detroit. But, you know, knowing my luck and knowing the fact that I just blew an 8-point lead in this bet, I'll probably get this wrong too. But I'm going with the Panthers to win this one 28-23 over the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I got Detroit winning this one, a close one, only because Chris McCaffrey is out. for this game. I got Detroit winning this one 26-23 because of that. I mean, it's going to be a close game only because both these teams aren't great. I know I had some expectation for Detroit to maybe do something. I didn't think it was going to be a playoff team, though. But I thought Detroit would be something. And, I mean, if they win this, they'll be 500. I think, yeah, they're like 4-5, so if they win this, will be 500. So, not bad, but kind of where I thought they'd be. Just kind of there. And same with Carolina, just kind of there. But that's all I got, really.
All right, so 11 weeks through the season, we actually do still have an undefeated team in the league, and it's still the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that's because, Ben, who has the Pittsburgh Steelers played this year? Exactly. So I do think that Pittsburgh's a little overrated. I mean, they're undefeated, so you can't say, like, that they're a trash team or anything like that, or that they're not good enough to be in the lead of the North, because they are. But I do just think there's a lot of, like, I wouldn't say a lot. I would say there's at least, like, 4 or 5 teams in this league that I would pick over the Steelers in a heartbeat. So, as much as the Steelers have played really well this season, they've played really well against a bunch of lower-tier teams. So, I do hold that against them. That being said, once again, they're playing another shit team this week. They're playing Jacksonville, so Pittsburgh will probably stay undefeated this week. I have them winning 24-10 over Jacksonville. But Steelers fans, I understand you're excited. You're about to be 10-0 or 9-0 or 11-0 or whatever the hell it is. But I do not think you have a Super Bowl team right now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I just don't think Pittsburgh, like, the only real, in all honesty, I looked back at the schedule too. They only really played like 2 real teams, and that was Baltimore and Tennessee. And the reason I say this is because they were playoff teams last year. They have not played, other than those 2 teams, they have not played a playoff team, unless you want to count Philly for the division last year, but I don't even count that, honestly. And even then, that was early in the season when they were still, it was the NFC East. And because of that, I do have Pittsburgh winning this in a close one, really only because I just feel like Pittsburgh should blow out Jacksonville, but at the same time, I don't know. I got this sneaky suspicion that Pittsburgh's going to lose to a team that's, like, really below their level. I just don't think it's going to be Jacksonville because Jacksonville's just terrible. I got Pittsburgh winning this one, though, 28-20 over Jacksonville.
All right. Probably one of, I would probably say, second or third best game of the week. The Tennessee Titans going up against the Baltimore Ravens, a rematch of last year's divisional round, I believe?
Yes.
Divisional round, yes. Couldn't remember if it was wild card or divisional. But where the Tennessee Titans would go on to upset the Baltimore Ravens and move on to the AFC Championship game, something that a lot of people didn't expect Tennessee to do last year. Now, is Tennessee a better team than Baltimore? No. I would say probably not. But I don't, for whatever reason, I'm looking at this game and I see Tennessee as the favorite. And I don't know why I see that, but I do. So this could be a shocker, and I could be completely off on this when it ends up happening. But I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans to win this one 28-27. Partially because I think you're going to pick Baltimore, but partially because I just think that Tennessee, although they don't have more talent than Baltimore, I feel like they're more well-rounded than Baltimore. I feel like they have a lot more veteran leadership on this team and kind of more of a veteran mindset than the Baltimore Ravens do. So I do think Tennessee wins this one 28-27. I don't know if I said that yet, over the Baltimore Ravens.
Surprisingly, we agree. Even though I think the spread shows that Tennessee should be, or Baltimore should be the favorite, I got Tennessee, and it does go into my bold prediction, and it's because of Derrick Henry. I think he is just, I don't know. I just feel more I don't know why I feel more comfortable with Tennessee than Baltimore. Like I can't explain why. Like Baltimore on paper should be the better team. Like they have the far better quarterback, and if you want to argue running wise because of Lamar Jackson, I don't know. There's just something about Tennessee that makes me feel more comfortable picking them. I got them winning this one 30-24 over Baltimore.
All right, the New England Patriots shocked the world last week, beat the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday Night Football. Now they go up against the Houston Texans, who have just been a struggle bus all season. But I'm going to go with Houston. Why? Because I don't know what to make of New England. They're a good team. They're well coached, obviously. They have a lot of veteran talent and people who know how to win on this team. Everything just seemed to go wrong for them this year, and that's something that we haven't been able to say at all in the last 20 years of football. And I think any team that goes up against the Patriots that have had any sort of history in the last 5 years or 10 years against the Patriots, when they play them this year, they're playing them just wanting to absolutely destroy them. Every team but Baltimore for some reason. So I do think Houston comes in here thinking, oh, the Patriots are bad now. Let's go in and beat up on them. Let's make them hurt for what they've done to us the last 5 years. Or maybe they don't really give a shit. I don't know. I'm going with the Houston Texans, though, to win this one just because I do believe in Deshaun Watson more than Cam Newton. 20-14 over the New England Patriots.
Yeah, I think Houston is better talent-wise, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's the same thing with the Tennessee game, and I hate saying this so much. I don't know why I feel more comfortable with New England. I hate to say it. I really do not like to say that out loud. I thought we were both in agreement that New England looked like they were in tank mode, and somehow, some way, they were not against Baltimore. For whatever reason, it looked like they weren't in tank mode. I don't know why, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. I got New England winning this one in a close one because even though I'm more confident in New England, I don't think that New England's a far better team than Houston, as weird as that might sound. I got New England winning this one 21-17 over Houston, just because I feel like they'll just somehow sneak a win over Houston because Houston is just, other than Deshaun Watson, they really don't have much left as far as talent on that offense to go against still a very good defense in New England.
All right, the Miami Dolphins and Tua. I'm not going to try it. Tua is absolutely lighting up the NFL world. The Miami Dolphins are 6-3 going into Week 11, and I don't think either of us really saw that coming, especially when Fitzpatrick started for the first half of the year, played very well, got benched for really no reason other than just to see what Tua does, and Tua's been playing even better. So Miami Dolphins, very trending team right now, very much on the uprise, could potentially pose a threat to Buffalo in the AFC East. I doubt it, but could potentially pose a threat. They play the Denver Broncos this week. I do think they get this win. One of those games, though, where I think Denver plays with them for no real reason other than just to make the game close and people scratch their heads. Why did the Dolphins not blow them out? But I do think they keep it close just for no reason other than to pick the score. But I have the Dolphins winning this one 30-21 over the Denver Broncos. I think they go to 7-3 on the season, and I think they continue to shock a lot of people down there in South Beach.
I think the running thing so far in 2020 is teams in Miami are shocking people. Miami, when it came to the Miami Heat making it to the NBA Finals, which not many people had. I know you're a Heat fan, but you cannot tell me the honest truth that you thought they were going to.
Oh, no. At a 5 seed? Not at all.
Exactly. And the Dolphins are continuing that trend. Just I don't know what has happened with Miami. Their defense is amazing. It's probably second, at least in the division, behind Buffalo, in my opinion, but it's not by much. And Denver is just Denver is Denver at this point. Denver doesn't have enough, honestly, in my opinion, to compete in any kind of way. I got Miami winning this one. It's not even really close. I mean, it's somewhat close because I changed it at the last minute, but I got Miami winning this one 27-14. I don't know. Miami is just, I don't know what happened, but after looking like last year they were tanking to looking like a playoff team this year, hats off to that organization. They turned that stuff around real quick.
Okay, so I have 2 questions, and then we are going to move on from this game because nobody gives a flying fuck about this game. So I have 2 questions. Ben?
Yeah.
Obviously, the Chargers are winning this game, so that's not a question.
Oh,
yeah. How much do the Chargers win by, number 1? And number 2, what do you think of Justin Herbert's new haircut? So, first of all, before you answer your questions, let me just say 21-7 Chargers is my score. The Jets are not a football team. I don't know what they are, but they're not. So Ben, answer my questions. What's the score, and how about Herbert's haircut there?
Yeah, the Chargers are blowing out this team. I got it 28-3, and Justin Herbert went from looking like he was a High School Musical reject to looking like he just aged down 4 years.
Every once in a while, we come across an actual okay game in the league. You got to sift through all the bad games, like the Jets games and the Falcons games, to get to good games like this.
Fuck off.
The Green Bay Packers going up against the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I probably, if I were to guess any game to be a shutout, I would probably put money on this one just because it's one of those games that probably shouldn't be a shutout, but will. I do think the Packers go on to win this one 35-24. Wouldn't be surprised if this one ends up a blowout. Wouldn't be surprised if the Colts win it. Wouldn't be surprised if it's close the entire way. And the best game of the week. I really don't know what to make of this game, but I do know that the Green Bay Packers, easily winners in the North, playoff team, have a lot of good things going for them. Aaron Rodgers, MVP candidate. On the Indianapolis side, they're a good team. I think they're leading the South right now, or tied for the South with the Titans. And they are playing fairly well, but they're just not as good as Green Bay, just in my opinion.
Yeah, I got Green Bay winning this one. I got it close because both these teams are like solid overall, but I think Green Bay just has like better talent overall as well. Just like key positions. I don't know if because like some of their corners were out last week against Jacksonville, which is probably why it made it look like they were close in that game. We'll see what happens there though. But I still got Green Bay winning this one, 28-26 over Indianapolis, just because I feel more confident in Aaron Rodgers than Phillip Rivers. I think we're both in agreement on that one. I think that's a hard assessment to make in this game. But I do think it's going to be a close game because I think Indianapolis defense will keep them in the game. But it's still Aaron Rodgers versus any team at this point, and I think he'll be able to pull out the win even if it's a close game.
All right, the Minnesota Vikings going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to the Vikings for giving me one extra point at the end of the week there last week and beating the Chicago Bears when Ben picked Chicago. And shout out to the Dallas Cowboys for continuing to suck as we head into week 11. So this is one of those games where it's like, does it really matter who wins? I mean, to me it does because I love seeing Dallas lose. But Minnesota's not coming back in their division. Dallas isn't coming back in their division. I mean, I don't see a point in watching this game unless you're a huge fan of one of these two teams. But I do think this can be interesting to watch, to see like some players that you don't normally get to see, because probably a lot of backups going to be playing in this game. But I do have the Minnesota Vikings winning this one 28-14 over the Dallas Cowboys. Just because offensively, Dallas is absolutely struggling. And this is a team that absolutely sucked defensively before the offensive struggles happened. So there's just nothing going for Dallas right now. Minnesota, at least they have an okay defense and an okay offense to where they can go 8-8 in the season.
First off, you're wrong. I picked Minnesota along with you, you fucking piece of shit.
Did you? I thought you picked Chicago.
No, I picked Minnesota. Play the tape back on that one. I got Minnesota win this one 30-14 only because Dallas just... I'm just sorry, Dallas. Not really. I'm only sorry because of Dak because he got hurt. But other than that...
Yeah, I'm not sorry that Ezekiel Elliott keeps fumbling. I'm not sorry your defense sucks. I'm not sorry your coaching sucks.
I'm not sorry you're on your like 8th string quarterback.
I'm not sorry that for like the 8th year in a row you have talent and you go like 3-14. I'm not sorry about any of those things. I'm just,
I mean, I think we're agreeing. We just want Dak to be healthy, but other than that, like,
I want Dak on another team and healthy, but The Sunday night football game, Kansas City Chiefs are 8-1 on the season. That one loss comes against the Las Vegas Raiders earlier in the season. It was a close game between the two, but a win for the Raiders nonetheless. I do think the Kansas City Chiefs win this one. I think they get their revenge on the Raiders, just because maybe if the Kansas City Chiefs won the previous matchup, maybe I would think about going with the upset here with the Raiders. But I just don't see the Chiefs losing 2 games in the same season to a team like the Raiders. Maybe to a team like Baltimore or Green Bay or something like that. I mean, obviously they wouldn't play Green Bay twice, but like maybe a team to their level. But I just can't see the Chiefs losing 2 games in the same season to the Las Vegas Raiders. So I have the Chiefs winning this one 35-17 over Las Vegas. But just remember, Las Vegas did beat them earlier in the season, and I do think this could be a very good game, especially in prime time. Granted, Patrick Mahomes, one of those few star quarterbacks in the league who actually, I think, plays better on prime time than he does on regular Sunday games. But I do have the Kansas City Chiefs winning this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I got Kansas City winning this one 32-27 because, and the reason why I have it close because Las Vegas has surprised me along with, obviously, the Miami Dolphins. And I think, well, I know we both agreed on Las Vegas being like a sneaky team that could maybe make the playoffs, and they're looking like at least the second best team in that division, but still the gap between them and Kansas City is not close enough for me to pick them to upset them and especially sweep them in this season going 2-0 against them. So I do have it close because I think it will be close. By the end of the day, I still got KC winning this one 32-27.
All right, final game of the week, and this one ends up leading into my 2-point conversion. So I'm going to go ahead and let Ben start this one off so that I can just give my score and head right into the 2-point.
Wow, I'm honored. Well, first off, I want to...
First time in 11 weeks, Ben gets to go first. Cherish in this moment, Ben. Don't fuck it up.
Well, you're going to probably think I fuck it up because I am calling the upset here. I am picking the Rams. I feel like you're just
I'm waiting for the
head.
just kidding.
Oh, I'm not kidding. I actually am picking the Rams in this one. 28. I feel like you just walked away.
All right, guys. Well, I'm just letting you know Ben is never picking first again.
I got the Rams winning this one 28-24. There's really no reason other than I feel like I don't know. I just wanted to pick them, and I just wanted to hear your reaction to it. There really is no analysis other than, I mean, the Rams do have a very good defense. It's very underrated. I mean, but in all seriousness, I think it's going to be a close game only because of the Rams defense. But if it's not, it's only because of Jared Goff, which I said when it was the Buffalo game, and I think it was, I can't remember what other game it was that the Rams just got absolutely destroyed in. It was Miami. I remember now. But I do think the Rams are very underrated, but I also can say that they're overrated because, again, they had 4 easy wins against the NFC East.
As much as I'm making fun of you here, I guess I gotta say that it's not like it's not like you're picking the Jets over Kansas City or something like that. I can see this one happening. I can see the Rams winning this one. Now, here's why this goes into my 2-point conversion. All season long, I've been talking about how the Rams just aren't as good as people say that they are. I feel like they're an overrated team, especially the defense. Now, I don't think Aaron Donald is overrated. I'd be stupid to say that. But I think Jalen Ramsey is. So here's my bold prediction. I understand Aaron Donald is probably going to have a good game, probably going to get to Tom Brady once or twice. I think he's going to be a problem. First of all, I have the Tampa Bay Bucks winning this one 32-24 over the Los Angeles Rams. Now, here's why I go into my 2-point conversion for the week. I don't think the secondary for this LA Rams defense is all that good. I think they got good pass rush, and it's mostly because of Aaron Donald. But I don't think Jalen Ramsey, he played pretty well against Seattle, against DK Metcalf. But I'm not the biggest Jalen Ramsey fan. Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't really care, to be honest. But I just don't think he's all that great of a defender or coverage defender. So I think Tom Brady is going to torch this Los Angeles Rams defense for 4 passing scores on Monday Night Football. That is 4 touchdowns for Tom Brady. And just to make it interesting, I originally only wrote 4 touchdowns. It seems a little light. He's also going to throw over 300 yards against the LA Rams defense. I don't think this defense is that good. I think Aaron Donald will get to Brady a little bit, but not enough to really stop them. And granted, when Brady played against them in the Super Bowl, they didn't put up much points. It was actually the most boring Super Bowl I think I've ever watched, and I watched the Broncos get absolutely murdered by the Seahawks. But I don't know. I think he does very well against this defense Monday night. Ben, what is your 2-point conversion?
So my 2-point is going back to the Baltimore and Tennessee game. Last time Derrick Henry played them, he used Earl Thomas as a lead blocker, and he also torched them with 195 rushing yards. But he also didn't score other than his one passing touchdown in that Wildcat formation. So I say that Derrick Henry will not disappoint me like Dalvin Cook did, and he will have another monster game. He will have 200-plus yards of total offense, 3 touchdowns, and no fumbles. And that will continue his streak. I think even now he does not have a fumble this entire season, and he'll keep that going against the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, that is week 11 for you guys. Now, for the past 4 videos on the channel, I've been saying I'm sick and I'm sorry, and the upload schedule will be coming. Guys, I got tested for COVID yesterday. I don't have it. I don't know if I have bronchitis or the flu or the regular flu or like pneumonia or what it is. But this has been going on for a week now, and today I absolutely took a step in the wrong direction. Woke up feeling absolutely worse. So if I get these picks up tomorrow, I'm gonna be happy with myself there. But I have, and Ben can attest to this because he's been in literally every video. I have probably like 9 hours of Among Us content just ready to make into videos. I haven't had the energy or the motivation to get up and start editing those videos, but I'll get those up for you guys soon, along with the All Madden Challenge, which I haven't even recorded the next episode of yet. So I promise, guys, I'm getting back to it. But to stick with the picks trend here, the score is 96-96. Ben did make an insane comeback last week. Part of it had to do with me kind of goofing around with the picks, but I have to give it to Ben. Getting that 5-point score really helped. So other than bragging about the fact that DeAndre Hopkins literally saved your ass, Ben, do you have anything to say before we head out?
Dang it, you actually stole my line because I didn't say that. But in all I can say is the fact that I came back from 8 points down almost removes
in a week.
The pain. In a week, almost removes the pain of Atlanta blowing 3 20-point leads. Anyway,
1 point for every lead that Atlanta's blown this season. So
I hate you. I hate you so much. Hey, at least Daniel Jones actually could do a QB run and not fumble it.
Look. We're in second place in our division. You better watch how you talk to us.
With 3 wins.
I don't give a shit. Second place is second place.
You have the same record as us. I think you're worse.
All right, we're going to continue this argument off camera. But guys, have a great one. Peace.
See ya.